welcome back to Teed Up, an original podcast created and produced by Long Beach State student-run newspaper, the Daily 49er. This week, the trend of guests will continue. We had the honor of having Oliver and Maddie Ryan last week. This week, we have two very special guests today, but before we get to all that, I would like to thank you guys for Bruno's birthday wishes last week. It was very wholesome. Thank you, Maddie, Christina, Sonny, everybody.
Happy birthday, Bruno. Just want to make sure I get my wish in there as well.
I'm Naoki.
I'm Maddie G.
And let's get started. Wouldn't you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Okay, guys, what's up? My name is Maher. I'm from the UK. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the biggest club in the world, which
Liverpool?
is Manchester United. All right, let it be known.
All right.
And yeah, so I'm here, today with the lads to talk some sports. Yeah, looking forward to it.
I'm Mateo and Naoki's younger brother, and the best club in the world, better than Man United, is Real Madrid.
In your dreams.
No.
You're dreaming. You're dreaming.
You're arguing with a 9-year-old. Yeah, you're not gonna win.
There's going to be a lot of arguments with a 9-year-old, I believe, today.
Yeah. The arguments with children will rise up 100%.
Oh, definitely. All bets are off today.
All bets are off today.
Yep.
All right. As we usually do, we're gonna recap some beach sports that happened throughout the week. I like to call somebody out real quick. All right. My coworker Gills, I know you're listening to this. He was at the Irvine game over the weekend. He texted me personally when he was at the Irvine game that Rocco Pepe was apparently having a stinker in that Dirtbags game against Irvine.
Not Rocco.
Why you gotta come at Juice like that? So I checked him on it. I was like, hey, he's not having a terrible year. I would say
question by Juice, not OJ, right?
No, not OJ.
Just wanted to make sure.
Not OJ. Not OJ.
Okay. You want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yes.
Okay.
Not Barry Bonds. He's not that kind of juice either.
Okay.
Not that kind of juice.
We don't know that yet.
We don't know that. That's not confirmed. But then in the game against Fresno State, nice little bounce back game from the Irvine series, and then Rocco Pepe in that game had 3 runs, and Jonathan Long continuing his dominant ways.
I mean, Jay Long it feels like he hit a home run every game last week, which is just insane stuff, really. The only person currently doing that in baseball, Joe Adell. Love that man. Get him up in MLB.
Come on, man.
Jay Long, what can you say? I mean, National Player of the Week last week. And then the UCI series, we won the series, so it's a good series. He dropped one game with a bad result for sure, but he bounced back against Fresno. I mean, they won 10-7.
Yeah.
Connor Burns with a home run, Pepe with a home run, and then Joey Walls. So everyone's contributing, everyone's chipping in. I know when I talked to Coach Valenzuela last week, he said really right now, all they're just looking to figure out is pitching. Yeah. Once that pitching's there, I mean, the team can hit. Yeah.
We got a bunch of big hitters. Men's volleyball beat CSUN last weekend, 3-2 on Friday, 3-0 on Saturday. I want to talk about this 3-2 game on Friday because you want to talk about massive statistics. That if you're a big stats nerd, this is your game. This is the game that you're like, whoa, right? Clark Godbold, 32 kills on 49 attempts. It was just an offensive clinic by Godbold. Yeah. And I mean, Aiden Knight, 66 assists on Friday. I know 5-set games are the best, but they're also the worst because it's going to that 5th set is such a stressful time.
Yeah. But
it opens it up for these performances where it's you can get 66 assists, 32 kill games. Clark Godbold registered the first 30 plus kill game since 2010 for men's volleyball.
And I mean, I know tonight's going to be senior night. Yeah. And there's a lot of big players who are seniors, but Clark's a junior, Aiden's a junior.
Yeah.
Mason, Simon, this team is deep.
It's deep. And
every year we're a contender, and there's no reason the recruiting's going to stop either.
No. The way that Coach Knight coaches his team, it's so together, and it's really fun to watch. If you haven't been to a men's volleyball game, I would suggest go next semester. I know you haven't gone to any.
Yeah. Listen, don't call me out, okay?
Look, you go to this school. I've been busy. You go to this school. He doesn't even go here. He's been a sporting event here.
I've been to a women's volleyball game and a men's basketball
game. Come on,
game.
man.
Well,
how was the atmosphere, Mateo?
I've got up my game.
Good.
I've got up my game.
And look, we did it. there's no Sunny here this week, so the men's basketball team, you guys are safe this week.
Best team in the country. Yeah, don't care anyone tells me. Let's go, men's basketball team. Let's go.
Maher knows. He knows.
I do know.
You do know.
I do know, and I'm here for you guys. Okay, I'm here for you guys. I promise.
Can you name me one player on the team?
Obviously, today it's currently 12:20, so my brain doesn't really function.
You know what?
He's just waffling.
We'll give you a pass.
Thank you.
Marcus Sahonis.
Marcus Sahonis. See, that's our guy.
Our two favorite brothers.
Yeah,
me too.
There you go.
See?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Who's your favorite men's basketball player, Mateo?
Marcus Sahonis.
Marcus Sahonis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same here. Hey, Marcus Sahonis fan club over here, ladies and
man,
gentlemen.
you already know. Some kind of newsy stuff coming out of the athletics department. Interim athletics director Ted Katawaki, he came to our sports journalism class this week, and we asked him the questions about the pyramid, right? We had those leaks kind of throughout the winter,
Right.
and he had mentioned that it would actually be cheaper to tear it down and build a new one on a different part of campus than to just repair the leaks.
Right.
Because the pyramid, when it was built in the early 90s, it would cost 21 mil to build, and to fix now is going to cost like $55 million.
Yeah.
So it's not, obviously it's not confirmed that they're going to go with that plan, but it's something that might be considered down the line in terms of like, instead of just trying to fix it, just to tear it down and make a new one.
Right.
Personally, I would like to see like a sphere, like just like a circle now.
Like a rectangle.
Yeah. Yeah, just like a,
they feel like a rectangle.
or like, like there's like the cube that's like on its side.
Yeah.
How are they gonna play in that? They're gonna have
We'll-
like zero gravity.
We'll have to
We
figure
figured
it
out in the pyramid.
We'll
We'll
figure
figure
it
out in the
out.
Alright, that
rectangle.
works.
Yeah.
We figured
And-
out in a rectangle.
we were trying to get Coach Cameron, Jeff Cameron on the podcast a couple weeks ago, but
Right.
that fell through for a very compelling reason.
At the time, we didn't know.
We didn't
why
know,
he
and
was
neither
gone.
did Lindy.
No,
Like,
we
a lot
got
of
like
people
no
didn't know.
answers. He just couldn't come on, and then
Yeah,
literally like 3 days later, we hear he's
Yeah.
out the door.
yeah, he's now gonna be the head coach of SMU, St. Mary's University.
Yeah.
Great program, phenomenal program over
They
there.
had a worse record than us.
They did, but I do think that they do play like in a better conference, so that's
Yeah.
fair.
Very true.
Best of luck to that guy. He had a spectacular season this year. Yeah, and it ended in disappointment, but
they were a fun team to watch.
they were a very
that
fun team
win
to watch.
streak was like one of the funnest moments I think on campus for
Yeah.
sports this year.
yeah, it was definitely a highlight of this semester and this season. But yeah, it had the way that it had to end was a little bitter, with the whole UCI thing and us not getting the number 1 seed. Like it was crazy.
There's always next year. There's always.
I mean,
Next year does not
it
look
does not look good.
great.
'Cause
Which
where's
could
the
have been part of
optimism,
the
guys?
decision.
Come on now.
Bro,
Where's the optimism?
Look, our 5 best players are graduating. Like our starting 5 is
and
graduating.
we'll get, new 5
Oh.
best players.
Oh, word.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It
The
happens.
men's basketball team just gotta work hard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Hard
there you go.
work and a little bit more hard work, and you'll get there.
It is officially playoff season in the NBA.
Best season in America.
I love me my basketball.
So do I.
I love me my basketball. Maddie, I know Maddie loves basketball.
Love it.
And that's his favorite
Ball
sport.
through the
Tells me all the
Yeah.
time.
Ball through the hoop, swish, touchdown, 3-pointer.
There's some basketball
All that good
players I really
stuff.
do appreciate though.
Yeah?
And I'm excited to see some like playoff appearances from John Morant. One of my
Okay.
personal faves. Off the court and on the court.
Yeah.
Definitely
Always
off
back
the
and
court.
jaw.
Yeah.
Definitely off the court too.
Court appearances on and off the court.
Oh my
He
goodness.
does have court appearances
he
on and off
does,
the
yeah.
court.
Yeah,
I guess
get,
it's
get
true.
you a man that can do both. Talk about versatility.
Exactly.
I mean,
What a
in
man.
baseball, you talk 5-tool players. I guess Jaw's a true 2-tool
Yeah,
player.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. You can't.
He also might carry 2 tools.
Oh god. Oh wow.
Okay.
This is taking a turn.
The 7 and 8 seed games were on Monday.
Correct.
Was it Monday or was it Tuesday?
I believe
it was Tuesday. It was
Tuesday.
Tuesday. It was
That's true.
Tuesday, and the Lakers barely come out with the victor against the Timberwolves team without Rudy Gobert, or as I like to call him, Rudy Yogurt.
Listen, the Timberwolves are a better team without Rudy Yogurt. Okay,
Rudy Yogurt. Yeah.
they proved it. And if he was playing in that game, they would have beaten them in
think
3
so?
quarters, not 4 quarters, not overtime. Excuse me. Because
Yeah.
the game would have been over in 3 quarters.
Yeah. I mean, like they might be. Rudy Gobert's a defensive player of the year guy, right?
I mean, he is.
But he's a net negative on offense. Like he's a really bad offensive player.
Yeah.
But then he would have had the Anthony Davis assignment. You know what I mean? So I think
Yeah, probably.
That helps out a lot.
It does.
I would say Rudy Gobert is like really good at spreading things, though. I don't know if you remember that press conference. Yeah, beginning of the pandemic.
He's like touching all the mics, and
we might have had flu games like in Jordan's era.
Yeah, he did punch Kyle Anderson in the last game of the regular season.
That is true. Yeah.
Wow. His own teammate.
Yeah.
Granted, and
sometimes those things happen.
It happens.
It does happen. In a moment, it happens. But
on the other side of the bracket, it was the Bulls Raptors game in Toronto. Surprising, the story of that game is when the Raptors were shooting their free throws. It's in Canada, the Raptors' home court. DeMar DeRozan's daughter screams at the top of her lungs for every Raptors free throw and forced like 18 missed free throws. I mean, is a story like this? Was she ultimately like the factor that led to the Bulls winning that game? I don't know.
MVP performance out of her.
MVP, you know what? I'd love to see him. Yeah. She was more productive than Rudy Gobert.
Oh, damn. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. She's not gonna go to Miami though when they play the Heat. I did see
that as well. Yeah. Kind of a weird decision.
Yeah. DeMar says like she has to go back to school, which is weird.
School.
She was in Canada on a Tuesday. School, right? All of a sudden, you can't go to Miami on a Friday.
Mateo stay in school.
Come on,
think about Mateo.
Just go to Toronto on a Tuesday and go to Miami on a Friday. Like,
there you go.
Right. All right.
Yeah. Like that. We went to Miami. You liked the trip?
We went to Miami.
Yeah, that was a good trip.
That was a good trip.
There you go.
There's a specific matchup in this playoffs that I'm looking forward to. That's besides our own, in the Celtics, but it's the Warriors Kings series, right? It's the Battle of Northern California. The Kings made their first playoff appearance in over 16 years.
16 long
seasons. The last
seasons.
time they were in the playoffs, Mateo wasn't even born yet. He was like 7 or 8 years removed from being alive. That's how long it's been. It's been a long time.
That one was like really hard for me to hear about as an Angels fan, because like every time a new team gets into the playoffs, it pushes our drought closer and closer to being the longest of sports.
The Kings drought up until I think it was like this year, and then like because in the there was like a baseball team that had like a really long play, like a 20.
It was the Mariners.
It was the Mariners. Right? They had the 20-year long play. Then they made it.
Right.
And their fans like don't know how to stay silent about that. But looking at it now, there's only 2 teams who have been out of the playoffs longer than the Angels in North American sports.
Name it.
It's the Jets and the Sabres.
The Jets might end that this year too. This upcoming NFL season, they might end that.
I'm not backing that.
I think so.
If
the Aaron Rodgers trade goes through, it could happen.
If they get AR,
he still has to get out of the cabin.
That's true. He still has to get out of the cabin.
Are you still in? I thought that trip was over. What happened?
It's been happening.
All right, fair enough.
It's a reoccurring cabin.
Yeah. But this Warriors Kings series, these are the 2 highest scoring offenses in the NBA. Literally Kings first, Warriors second.
Right.
The narrative has been that the Warriors are they're very bad on the road.
They are.
Like defensively, they're really bad on the road. But then again, it's Sacramento, San Francisco. They're like an hour and a half apart. How much is that gonna affect really the game? Yeah, like the Kings fans are gonna be really loud,
right?
Because they haven't made the playoffs in 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
But then you can never underestimate the crowd of the Golden State Warriors fans, right? Every playoff run, it goes live every year.
Yeah, I think that's something that we like see differentiated in North American sports, because like you look at England and soccer, we got like an away end. Yeah, they're really trying to limit how many away fans can be there. Yeah, anyone can really go to that Kings game. Warriors fans can easily turn out. It's not a far drive.
It's not.
So it'll be interesting to see like whose home court it really feels like.
Yeah, I do think that like as soon as the Kings locked in their playoff spot like a couple weeks ago, like the Kings fan just went like, I'm breaking my bank.
Right.
I'm going to these games, even if it's just games 1 and 2. It's historic, So
that is true.
I think that's the matchup that I'm looking forward to the most.
I think ultimately that could work against the Kings. I feel like, because then again, it is their first game in 16 seasons.
Yeah.
They might be up for it, maybe 2 up for it, right? It is a young team after all. It is De'Aaron Fox's first playoffs, Malik Monk's first playoffs.
Yeah.
Sabonis
made the playoffs.
He was a baby back then with Russ and Oklahoma, so it's like his first time being part of, I guess, a core play part of the group.
Yeah.
So
the only one who has playoff experience is Harrison Barnes.
That is true.
And he played a very minuscule part of those Warriors teams.
He did. But yeah, ultimately, I do favor the Warriors in this series.
Yeah.
They do have the, I guess, the know-how. They've been there. They've done that before. And, like I said, but it could work the other way too. It really could, because our road record does not lie.
It does not lie.
They were one of the worst road teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
So, you can't look over that, definitely.
And look, I'm Shout out our boy Adam Cameron. He's the only Kings
I know
fan
he's
that
there
I know
right now, and his pom pom's going crazy.
Yeah,
He's going crazy right now.
I met him last semester. He tweeted out at the beginning of last semester, and he pinned it.
We gave him grief, didn't we?
Oh, we gave him so much crap.
Oh God,
he laughed at us pretty hard. He rubbed it in our faces pretty hard.
Did.
Not gonna lie. But with all that being said, Matty, who's your favorite to win the championship this year?
I have like no interest in like who's gonna win.
LeBron James.
I mean, I did see that the Mavericks got fined for resting players.
Yeah,
which was interesting to me. I don't really understand why they would do it, but let's see.
I was reading something yesterday. It has a whole thing that had to do with the whole Porzingis trade and the top 10 pick, and has something with the lottery.
Yeah,
that didn't make a lot of sense, but yeah, they're being investigated for all that.
I'll back the Grizzlies.
Back the Grizzlies. Your boy Ja. To be fair,
my boy Ja.
Back to what you said, the whole finding though. I mean, they fined them what, $750,000.
Oh, it's pennies.
You know, I mean, come on now.
It's Mark Cuban.
Is that really a punishment?
This is Mark Cuban.
I mean, that's literally pocket change for Mark Cuban. He can make that in 2 minutes. If we're being honest, right? Good. So either you take the draft pick away, or you do something else. You find them at least what? Release $750 million.
Make Luka a free agent.
But do something. I mean, so that's not a punishment. That is not a punishment.
Make Kyrie
that's barely slap on the wrist.
Who you got coming out to win it all?
All right, my heart is telling me LeBron James. I mean, sorry, the Lakers. Excuse me.
Wow.
But
it's not that far off.
My head is telling me, I want to say the Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay.
I feel like they're gonna win it, bro. I feel like this season. Listen, the reason why I say the Bucks is this. At least from what I've seen this season, Brook Lopez has had a career year.
Yeah.
He's a much better player this year, in my view. Chris Middleton is back.
Yeah.
Right, they missed him in the series against you, like when Giannis was, went Superman mode, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Drew Holiday this season too.
Yeah,
career year for him. Overall, that team, I think they're coming into the playoffs in a better shape than they were in previous seasons. Some of their core players are coming back having career years. And I feel they got a point to against the Celtics, because the Celtics have been having their number, mate. They've been, every time they meet each other, the Celtics have been laying it down on them.
We did beat them by 40.
You did. So I feel like the Milwaukee Bucks have got some, I'm going to say a chip on their shoulder. I feel like they're the most well-rounded team in the East, in my view.
Over the Celtics?
I believe so. I believe so,
wow,
yeah.
No.
I believe so.
No.
For your viewing pleasure, you know who me and Mateo got. Yeah, we got the C's, my boy.
Yeah, we got a Madrid fan.
Come on, man.
We got a Liverpool fan. Fan. Look, AKA confused people. we've got confused individuals today.
Look, it's genetic. It clearly is genetic. Okay?
I can tell. I can see that.
It runs in the blood. Okay. No, this is one of the better Celtics teams that I've seen in years past. I love it. The depth has been amazing. The addition of Malcolm Brogdon has been so key to me. Might show my bias a little bit. He's my front runner for Sixth Man of the Year. People might say Emmanuel quickly, but in the better games that Quick has had, he started. Year. So he's not really like a 6-man candidate. The only guy that I can see winning over Malcolm Brogdon is Bobby Portis on the Bucks. He's been amazing too.
But Brogdon's going to win that award.
I hope so, man. But I think Derek White as a starter next to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum has been phenomenal. He's improved his shot.
I've got a bonus question for two Celtics fans over here.
What?
Okay.
Do you offer Jaylen Brown the max contract? Yes or no?
We'll have to. I think for us, we'll have to see how he does in the playoffs. I think we'll have to, and that's if he makes All NBA.
Still have to see how he does.
That's if he makes All NBA though.
Even after last season's NBA, when he was your best player by a country mile.
Yes, I know.
You still have to see.
Yes, we still have to see.
What do you have to see? He's proven everything.
Because look, we're not gonna pay Jaylen Brown more than Jason Tatum.
He was your best player in the finals, though, Naoki.
But look, he still, to qualify for the max, he still has to make All NBA. Is he gonna make it over Luka, Steph, Dame?
Right.
On the guard spot.
Probably 13. He definitely 13 make 13.
Maybe, right?
He's making
borderline
13.
Third, right?
He's making 13.
On the forwards, you have KD. Maybe not because he didn't play a lot. LeBron, Jason Tatum, Luka, because I think Luka might make it there as a forward also. We have there's some better guys in this league. So that's if he makes All NBA, yeah, he gets that max deal.
Right.
But that's what I mean. We'll have to see if he makes All NBA, and then we'll have to see how
he makes it. He makes it, right. He's eligible for the Supermax contract. Do you offer him that contract? Do you have to find
like I said, I think we have to see how
from what you know right now. From what you know of Jaylen Brown right now.
I would.
I back Mateo's take.
Yeah. Me too. Mateo, I like you.
Hire him as the GM.
I should too. Danny Ainge? Wait, no, Danny Ainge is in Utah. Yeah.
There's a couple of jobs open in Anaheim.
Supermax, no.
Right.
Not Supermax. An extension, yes. Supermax, I don't think it's a good recipe for success when you have more than half of your team's money in 2 players.
But those 2 players are phenomenal players.
And I understand
and
that.
you can win a
but
championship with those
it's
2
like
players.
the NBA is a league where you can have like one massive max guy
Right.
and then have a bunch of guys that make 15, 20 mil.
I see. I understand.
And that's
the
just
point
how
of
the
view.
league is.
Right.
These like very valuable role players.
So
that can,
trade him then, as you said, and trade him before he leaves. Then.
it's a complicated situation. We could have a whole nother episode just
We
me
could.
talking about Jaylen Brown's
Honestly,
situation.
we could.
I can go on and on
We
about
could.
Jaylen
Let's
Brown.
move on,
We
let's
could talk
move
about
on.
that all day long. But we got the Celtics, obviously. Come on now.
Yep.
Banner number 18, all in for 18. now.
Boo.
Speaking of green, we're gonna transition to not only everybody's favorite part of this show, but in one person in particular. Won't you hit us with it?
Pickle Break.
It's really awesome to have my biggest fan of the Pickle Break in here. I don't even know what it is about the Pickle Break, Mateo, that you love so much. It all
I
started
think
as
it's
a
the
big old
pickles.
joke, but
Just the pickles.
I think it's a pickle.
It's
it's
just
the pickles.
I think it's a
Yeah.
pickle.
Yeah.
Well, I got some good facts out here for you today. Portland Pickles, we talk about them all the time. We're going to be talking soccer here in a minute. They sponsored in a jersey from Away Days.
Yeah.
Away Days is like a really big channel in the UK. Send out fans to just go watch away football. So that was really cool. I mean, I don't know if this can show up in video that well, but nice little
Yeah.
green jersey.
It's a good
It's a
like
good kit.
color scheme. I like
Yeah.
it.
Very
I would
pickle-like.
personally rock it. And I love
would too.
I love my footy kits.
Yeah.
Always wearing them.
I
They
need
go
more-
perfect with overalls.
I need more footy kits. So that
Honestly,
might
get
actually
on
be
it.
next up.
Same here. Same here.
Next up is the Pickle Break.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You got
You got
to.
it.
Yeah,
You
I
got it. Yeah.
I got it.
You got to, right, Mateo?
And then like Mateo, have you ever heard about the good old kimchi bowl?
No, but I know what kimchi is. I just don't know what the kimchi bowl is.
I mean, you personally probably put kimchi in your bowl, right? If you do enjoy
Yeah.
kimchi, big pickle fan yourself. Yeah. Well, the kimchi bowl was the Korean American Football Association's Super Bowl of essence. Not a lot of information about this, but I mean, it was played 2007. We had the Samsung Griffins winning it. 2012, the Seoul Warriors. It says it's a North American thing. I'm getting
Is
mixed
this-
results on where it's played.
Is this American football?
I think it's American
I'm sorry.
football.
Soul Warriors.
Yeah.
I just got
It is American football, it looks like, but it's also been played in like
That
Busan.
is
So
lovely.
Really?
Wow.
Well,
who knows? But we love kimchi.
Mateo
We
just
do.
started his
We
first
very
season
much
of flag
do.
football, so maybe in about
Yeah.
10
There
to
you go,
12 years,
Mateo.
we'll see him play
At
in
the
the kimchi
Kimchi Bowl.
bowl.
The kimchi
Yeah.
bowl,
Probably, yeah.
kimchi bowl
probably.
MVP.
Yeah, there you go.
Call me out there and I'll award it to you.
Come on, man. Have like a 6 touchdown game in the kimchi bowl.
The kimchi bowl, yep.
And then, we talk about kimchi and sauerkraut lately a little bit more. It's getting harder and harder to find these pickle facts.
Yeah.
I'll be very honest. 9 episodes deep, and I don't know
Yeah,
how much more pickle-related stuff I can find, but every day it feels like a new one's coming out.
I
There you
believe
go.
in you, mate. You can do
But
it.
Sauerkraut Sal, he is one of the guys who runs in the Milwaukee Brewers races. He's a pierogi. And last year, Sauerkraut Sal went on a 39 race losing streak.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Poor guy.
39 races.
39 races.
When do you call it quits after that?
At
I mean,
40.
I think at a certain point, you can't really hang him up if you're Sauerkraut Sal, but
Yeah.
he did have a lawsuit.
What?
Sauerkraut Sal actually sued, when I find her name, Jalapeno Hannah.
Whoa. There's
Because-
beef?
What?
There's beef because Sauerkraut Sal believes there's some gender discrimination in these pierogi races
No.
because the female pierogis are allowed to wear purses.
Whoa.
Wow.
Trying to interfere.
Oh.
And
Dang.
Sauerkraut Sal sued it. Like, that pickled man
Did
had
that-
the audacity to
Dude.
call out gender standards in a pierogi race on a baseball field.
My goodness.
Oh, wow.
As a pickled food.
Yeah,
That's
as a
crazy.
pickled food.
That's crazy.
And then one last thing, just like pickle related. We talked about the Baltimore Orioles towards the very beginning of the podcast. I think a certain person said they're going to win the AL East. It's not a bad take. Rays also on a crazy win streak. But the Pickles Pub in Baltimore, it's like the place to be apparently for Orioles and Ravens game. And I mean, who doesn't love pickles? Who doesn't love a pub?
And some Oreos.
What do you know about a pub?
Actually,
It's like a Irish bar or something.
It's pretty close.
I feel like a lot of Celtics fans would visit there.
Yeah.
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 And we did know you love Orioles.
Yeah.
You do know Oreos, don't you?
Yeah.
You
Wait,
think, would you eat a pickled flavor Oreo?
Yes. I would.
I would too, Mateo. I would too,
I would.
mate. Honestly, I
Alright.
would.
All right.
And to close out the pickle break, Mateo, you got any pickle thing you want to say?
No, not really.
Shout out to all the pickles.
Shout out to
Shout out to all the pickles.
if anybody
You heard it
wants
from the best.
wants him, you can have him. Okay, free of charge. Just take. I don't want him anymore.
No returns.
That did it for me.
No returns as well.
All right.
Get the receipt.
As you can see, we're all in uniform. Look like a very diverse group of Power Rangers over here. It's because there's some Champions League football we got to talk about, boys. So the first leg is over. I want to start with, there's two clubs in this room that are having Champions League football.
Well,
Me and Maher don't have the luxury, but we want to talk to the one right now who had a little bit of a rough time in that first leg of the Champions League, Maddie.
Yeah, what can I say about Chelsea? It feels like we're always having a tough time these past couple of months. I think the Todd Bowley consortium's not done.
Todd Bowley, my Lord and Savior. Todd Bowley, I love you. I love you,
he
Todd.
apparently signed players by going to dinner. And that's what it feels like. You might have offered a bag of chips too many for a lot of these guys.
My
but
goodness. I don't know. How do you feel about this? Personally, as a Chelsea fan, how do you feel about Todd Bowley as your owner? How do you feel about your team, the direction you're going into? How do you feel about this whole new manager search? Who would you want in?
Realistically, I wanted Tuchel back.
Tuchel.
I don't think Tuchel should have ever been gone, but like of the current candidates, I know we got Ancelotti.
Right.
Like there's talks of Zidane.
Right.
So
Luis Enrique.
There's a lot of big guys,
Nagelsmann,
and I think Nagelsmann, yes,
from Bayern
shouldn't have been
Munich.
sacked from Bayern personally.
No way. That was way
it
too hard.
backfired 3-0 result.
There you go. Well, Thomas Tuchel was there though.
Yeah.
You know,
Get him back in the Blues, but like realistically, I don't know. I really don't know what you can like say as a Chelsea fan to have optimism anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
When Bowley comes in, you're like feeling like everything's gonna work. Especially for me, an American fan, I was hoping this meant Pulisic would finally start getting another run of games.
The LeBron James.
LeBron James
is
of
so
soccer.
exactly.
Like, I wanted to see him
Best player in the
succeed.
world.
Oh,
Well, that's Sadio Mane.
Oh no, definitely.
Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane.
he's the best player in the world.
Best player. I don't. If Anne's bought to him, maybe he's the absolutes.
I don't do it. Baltimore, absolutes.
Oh, what a legend!
I love
what a
that
legend!
guy.
What a legend!
But like realistically, that game,
Yeah.
it was coming. I think everyone could have sensed it a mile away.
Who are you guys matched up with right now in the Champions League?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Oh, is that right?
Right, Mateo's team.
Is that right?
Mateo, how do you feel about your team? How do you feel about Real Madrid this
I
season?
feel like they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Domestically though, not doing too well in La Liga.
But Champions League.
Champions League. But Copa del Rey.
Yeah, Copa del Rey. Yeah, they
Copa
beat
del Rey.
Barcelona.
They did. So how do you feel this season? How do you feel about your chances of winning Champions League this season?
They're
Very
good.
high, very low.
They're not very high, but they're
Right.
not like down
Right.
like that.
So when you do beat
name,
Chelsea,
name a team like who has like really low chances of winning.
Chelsea.
There's always a reverse fixture, Mateo.
The lob, the jam.
yeah, the crowd goes wild. Oh wow.
Well,
Okay.
So you like your chances?
I like my chances. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as you should. If I was a Madrid fan, I love my chances too. To be honest, Vinicius Jr.,
Yeah.
Karim Benzema,
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I mean,
they had the second best goalkeeper in the world, Thibaut Courtois.
No,
Courtois is the best in the world,
No.
right? Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Show respect to my man.
we've got the Alisson and Courtois fan club.
Yeah, come on, man.
What about Kepa, Arrizabalaga? Where's his love?
I mean, Kepa's he's aight.
Kepa's aight,
The hands are a
Kepa's
little bit weak. I feel like he has some pretty weak palms.
I still love you, De Gea. I still love you, David.
David De Gea is in the mud.
Yeah, David De Gea.
Man isn't in the Spain third place anymore.
That's true. He doesn't even get picked for the national team.
Nope.
That's crazy.
That's.
I mean, if we talk about Courtois being the best goalie in the world, tough World Cup run for Belgium there.
Very tough. That team is getting old though, aren't they? Honestly.
They are.
Tough World Cup run
Generation's
for
getting
Brazil
old.
too.
Another Belgian out there at Madrid, Eden Hazard,
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. Definitely.
Where's he
Riding
been?
that line.
eating a little too many pierogies.
Him and sauerkraut Sal.
Wait, let him enjoy his life, mate. Let him enjoy his life. Okay, Ian, you've earned it. You've earned it.
Let's talk the man of the hour right here.
Oh,
United. You guys had
Manchester
a rougher
United.
start to the year.
We did.
But with Ronaldo going to Saudi Arabia, you guys turned it around. It was a great turnaround.
I mean, listen, okay. I know people are going to talk about, Ronaldo left and the team became 10 times better. Listen, let's have this right, okay? Ronaldo scored 24 goals in the worst United team in the history of Manchester United's history. right?
Last season.
Which was last season, okay? He managed to score 17 league goals at 37 years old. Okay? If it wasn't for Ronaldo last season, we'd have finished 12th, 13th. We've been in the mud. Okay?
Relegation,
mate. We'd have been over. So let's give respect where it's due.
Yes.
Now, yes, Ronaldo leaving did help us as a team.
Right.
Only because of this, right? Ten Hag's system. He defends with 11, attacks with 11.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is 37 years old. He hasn't got the legs anymore to do all that running and pressing no more. He hasn't got it in him.
Yeah.
He don't have the dog in him.
It does. He hasn't got it in him no more. So it only made sense for him to leave, in the summer. But obviously, that it elongated a little bit. He left, later on. But yeah, ultimately it was a right decision, obviously, because we have improved as a team.
As like a Man U fan, and we got a Madrid fan.
Yeah.
Can we settle like the debate between Ronaldo and Messi?
I think it's already settled.
It's Messi, right?
He did win the World Cup, so I
Okay.
said it. Yeah,
I just wanted to know, like,
yeah.
separate the badge from the sport.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, I'm a Ronaldo fan, and I would, concur that. With
Is
Messi.
it? What about you, Messi or Ronaldo?
I'm a Ronaldo fan, but I had to admit that Messi's better.
You gotta give it to
I
Messi.
still-
Come on. He's got the
I
World
still
Cup.
support.
He's
I
got the
still
World Cup
support
now.
him.
He's got the World Cup.
I still support.
I still love Ronaldo though. I still love. I still love you, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
had to drop
do it.
it.
I had to, mate. Yeah.
You
Look
had
how
to do it.
you like how I didn't jump right now. You like how I didn't do the whole thing and spread my wings up. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, Ronaldo, I still love you, mate. Best player in the world.
Same.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's got 18 goals in the Saudi Pro League. Yeah.
Yeah?
Best league in the Middle East.
Still hitting the
Up Al
ceiling.
Nasir, up the Al Nasir.
Yeah,
Come on
up the
now.
atmosphere.
Up in the up in the Sahara
Mateo,
Desert.
how many goals do you think you can score in the Saudi Arabian league?
I could score like at least like 20.
Yeah, see? Come on,
20 a
man.
Humble.
season.
Come on.
I would give you at least 40 from the
Yeah.
results I was hearing about.
Really?
I mean, he had a 5-goal game recently.
Yeah, he can ball, bro.
No, I can't. You listen. I'm sure you can.
Get him to the
20
academies.
Mateo. 20 goals.
Dude,
I
come
can
on.
do it
He can do
in
it.
a season.
You
yeah,
don't
of course I
believe?
can.
No, you know what?
Nah.
I believe Mateo. If you
Nah.
believe, you can achieve. Right?
This will also be Maher's last appearance on this podcast. He used to slander my family. Oh,
We're about to slander you a little bit more if we jump over to
is that-
Liverpool.
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 Oh,
Can you get farther into Champions League than Chelsea?
No. Look, this season for me has been such a wash. It's just like I'm so done with this team.
Right.
We dropped out of the race for Bellingham. Okay, like
It happens.
it happens.
It
It's
happens.
whatever.
Expensive.
And to me, just shows that all that money that would have gone to Jude is just gonna go somewhere
Shout out
else.
to FSG.
I mean, Mason Mount. Mason Mount's available.
Mason Mount is available.
But
mean-
I mean, he's
Mason
like
Mount is available, Mr. Chelsea man.
Get him out the club. I
Okay.
mean, like,
Okay,
we can
fair
jump into
enough.
like all the issues of Chelsea deeper in a second, but it starts with a lot of people
Yeah.
moving.
Fair enough.
But-
Back to Liverpool.
Yeah, it's been a combination of injuries, right? We
Right.
had Luis Diaz hasn't played all year.
Right.
Virgil's been in and out of the lineup.
your best
Inconsistent, may we say.
Yeah,
One of his worst seasons.
Tiago's been
One of the
in and
worst
out of
centre
lineup.
backs this
Yeah,
season.
he's been. Nunez had
Harry
a
Maguire-esque.
Nunez had a slump to start off the season. Gakpo and Nunez both had growing pains that they had to overcome, and they've been really good as of late.
Yeah.
And then Ibu Konate, he got injured in the World Cup and then just came back recently. Like I said, Virgil's been in and out of the lineup.
Yeah.
And then I would say that who was our one like silver lining, our one shining star this season, Stefan Bajcetic, he goes out for the rest of the season. So it's like the one good thing that we had going. He's done
Right.
too.
Right.
And then there was a whole rumors about Salah possibly leaving in the summer, and then obviously Roberto Firmino, he's not coming back, which hurts a
Bobby
little
Firmino's gone, mate. Yeah.
bit.
Bobby's gone.
Bobby's gonna be
Bobby's
gone.
Tough loss for Liverpool.
we-
Tough loss.
As of late, yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough.
Okay, so like, as a club in the current position is pretty similar. Do you really even want Conference League? I know it brings in a little bit of money, but like,
Look.
are you really wanting to play for another 10-pot trophy? We just talked United,
I
Cabbage
know.
Cup win.
Cabbage Cup.
Listen,
Can't really celebrate that
Listen,
one.
mate. The only club in Europe that compete in every single competition, right? Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Europa League, and Premier League, right? Competing in full fronts. You're just jealous, mate. Yeah.
but
It's also a little 10-pot
You're just
trophy.
jealous, mate.
Yeah, but you didn't win the Community Shield.
That is the definition of a glorified
You
friendly,
didn't do
right?
that.
You want to know what a glorified friendly is? Watch the Community Shield game, right?
Yeah, the winning the kimchi bowl is more valuable than winning.
Honestly, give me the kimchi. Give me the
Give me the
kimchi bowl any
kimchi
day of the week
bowl
over the
any
Community
Give me a
day.
Shield.
kimchi bowl ring.
A kimchi bowl. Oh my god.
No,
Oh, God.
I'm waiting for the summer to see what ownership does with this team. I personally think,
LeBron James, where you at, mate? You
yeah,
gotta invest into the
LeBron,
team.
where are you?
Come
Like
on,
you're so
LeBron.
focused on your own children and
Right.
your own team. What about Liverpool?
What
We
about,
have-
what about your other kids?
Yeah, what about
What
us,
about your other
dude?
child?
What about
Right,
us, man?
Liverpool.
Come on. It's gonna be a very key summer transfer window for Liverpool.
Right.
I had this like thought that like, okay, why don't we move up Trent and Robo to the midfield, put Bajcetic in the middle, and just sign some fullbacks, bro. Trent and Robo in the midfield might actually not be all that bad. They're very offensive.
Maybe Trent. Robo is a bit.
Robo,
insane.
Yeah, Robo's
Robo
a
is
bit-
one of the better
Yeah,
passing. He's one of the
Robo.
better
Robo.
passing backs in the world.
The thing is,
With
Trent.
Trent.
I say Trent can shoot.
Yeah,
Trent
Trent,
can go
Trent
forward,
can
he's
shoot like a lot of free
unbelievable.
kicks.
Yeah,
I like Trent's free kick.
Exactly. I
Very
agree with
nice.
Mateo. You know, he's got. He's got.
Maybe not Robo, but Trent, yeah, for sure. And just sign a like a above average defensively minded right back.
So Gino Dest is on the market.
You know what I mean? And then like, yeah,
Captain
like
America.
our midfielders in Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago,
Right.
Milner. I
There
mean,
you go.
they're-
That's my point right there. I
Yeah.
just believe Liverpool need to revamp their midfield.
we have to.
That's it. I think going forward, they've got. Listen, Jota was injured throughout the season.
Yeah.
Diaz has been injured throughout the season. You still got Nunes, which, by the way, contrary to popular belief, I think it has had a pretty decent season for Liverpool.
He had a really
He
good.
hasn't been that
like,
bad for them.
He's had a good second half. He had a good second
He's
half.
been okay for Liverpool this season. Gakpo's come on pretty strong as
Yeah.
well. So going forward, you have options.
Yeah, and then
You've got
I mean,
options.
we have the best goalkeeper in the
It's
world.
just your
so-
midfield
No,
is
you
what you
do
need
not.
to
No,
strengthen.
for sure.
Your midfield is too slow. It's too old.
Yeah, and the thing is like with Allison, right? It's like he's just been such a security blanket for such a
He has.
crappy back
Yeah.
line. Like it's
Right.
been so bad. The
Yeah.
fact that we haven't conceded, we're not conceding like 6 goals a game is miraculous. Like it's just because it's mostly Allison. Like I said, Verge has been in and out of the lineup. Joel Matip at 57,000 years old is not going to stop anybody. Joe Gomez. Sometimes I feel like he's just out there picking dandelions on the field. Like he's not
I can
doing
respect
anything.
that though.
You know what I mean?
Dandelion picking is fun.
Yeah, it is cool,
It
but
really is.
you know, not when you're like a professional soccer player, you know, playing
Nah,
for one of the
definitely
bigger
not.
clubs in England. I don't know. But it's been a rough year. Like it's just as a sports fan, I'm ready for NBA playoff basketball. Like that's all I'm locked into basketball right now.
We all are.
Yeah, weekends have not been fun in a long time.
No.
Like I
You-
really
you and I
debate
both
waking
know.
up to watch Chelsea games. I know they play tomorrow at 7.
After
I don't know if it's worth it.
Liverpool has not won a game since beating United 7-0. This is coming losses to Bournemouth.
That just
Madrid.
tells you that game was a fluke, right? All that just proves to
Okay,
you that
you
game
concede
was
7
a
goals
one-off.
as a fluke.
Listen, it's a one-off. It's a one-off. It happens.
You concede
happens.
7 goals as a fluke.
Well, okay, you Liverpool lost to Bournemouth, right? You got beaten by everyone.
Yeah,
you got
we
beat
did.
by Madrid. You know,
That
It was
was
a
our
one-off.
best game. Like
it was a
all
one-off.
year. That was our best game in terms of form, in terms of like togetherness and fun.
Oh, it was
our
picture
best game
perfect.
all year.
It was picture perfect.
I don't know why why can't we not replicate that? That's,
It
just,
was,
that's
you
what's
know,
frustrating.
Biggest rivals at home. You
Yeah,
know what
I think it has to do with
we were
the
there for the
energy.
taking as well. Honestly.
We play
Yeah.
down. We play down and we play up.
That's very true.
We
That's
drew to
very
Arsenal recently, but then we lose 1-0 to
Mind you,
Bournemouth.
that game against Madrid, you guys were up 2-0.
That's right. And then we
You go up
and then we concede
2-0.
5 straight
And then
goals.
just
And you fluke.
Yeah. Then we
And then you guys just gave up.
And then Mateo's team came in and took
Yeah.
it away from him.
Yeah.
Gosh.
See, like the 7-0 game gives you like a little bit of hope. Chelsea's gone like 4 straight matches without scoring. Before that, we were
Wow.
like
Sounds like an ace
one of the lowest scoring teams in the league. I
Sounds
think
like one of your ASO games.
Sounds like an AYSO game, a 7-0 game for professional football. That just doesn't sound like
Hey, listen, Mateo, it's okay, right? It happens.
It happens.
Okay?
it happens, yeah.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
Happens, yep.
Okay, you live and you learn.
You've been on both sides of that
I've
coin.
been on
huh?
both
Speaking about
sides.
Chelsea, I saw a stat that actually Erling
I
Haaland
was
scored
just
more
about
league
to-
goals than
Than
Chelsea
Chelsea
this season as a team.
That.
I mean, it's just like one of those things where who's the attacker in this Chelsea team?
Yeah.
João Felix has missed city after city.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, right?
I mean, Pierre
That's what he was brought in
Aubameyang,
for.
he got sent to the bench.
Yeah, but you guys brought him as your number 9.
Harry Potter didn't like him.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I mean,
didn't like
the locker room like it completely flipped on the man. They were calling him Harry Potter.
They
They had no respect for him, and it's like one of those things. I don't think the Graham Potter move ever makes sense.
It
Like
didn't.
all the people in Chelsea have all these egos that are so inflated by their wages.
Right.
And
Too big
so-
of a step for him, honestly. Too big of a step. Because at Brighton, everything
He
was
was good.
perfect.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect, right? They knew what the objective was, just stay in the Premier League. That was the objective. Whereas at Chelsea, you have to win or compete.
Well,
Yeah.
the saddest thing is the whole season came to an end because Tuchel didn't open up a WhatsApp message. Like
Is
that
that
was
really
really
what-
it. Yeah.
No way.
He didn't open a WhatsApp message from Todd Bowley.
Todd, what's going on, Todd?
Todd, if you're
Come on,
watching
Todd.
this,
One
Come on, Todd, get on
too many
yourself, Todd.
times Todd Bowley slid into DMs and didn't get a response.
Wow, left them on red.
That's crazy.
We've all been there. We've all
you know
been
what,
there.
Todd, if you're watching this, keep shooting your shot, all right? You'll hit eventually. All right?
He'll get back to you eventually, Todd.
All right. Thank you guys for coming on. This was a good one.
It was
This
an absolute
come on,
pleasure.
man.
Yep.
Lovely.
Phenomenal guests. Thank you for coming, my boy.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you.
We held it down. We held it
Held
down.
it down. Obviously Sunny and Christina, they're at the Grand Prix, so we want to wish you guys the best of luck to them over there, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun over there. I know it's an amazing event. I know Christina in particular was extremely excited to go to that. Sunny, maybe not so much because
He always
doesn't-
loves to get a
he
good photo.
doesn't get excited about anything. Like he just doesn't care. He's probably like the unhappiest person I've ever seen.
That's
Oh,
sad.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
he's
so
sad.
sad.
All right.
With a name like Sunny, I guess
Yeah,
it's
you would
like
think, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Sunny,
Um,
like Sunny.
Yes. All right. So that concludes our episode. Thank you so much for joining us on season 1, episode 9 of Teed Up. Thank you to our editor Aiden Swanepoel and our producer Lila Nunez. If you want to stay up to date on the latest in Long Beach State sports, check out our website daily49er.com and follow us on socials at the Daily 49er. Thank you so much for listening and watching if you're on YouTube, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.